Hi, everybody, and welcome to Nighttime Benders. This is actually a little mini bonus episode, a little quickie with one of our favorite comedians, Sam Miller, who I had the chance of sitting down with today. He's going to be coming through Central Oregon with his headlining show on June 14th. And before he tickles your funny bone in person, we thought you might like to get to know him a little bit more. I hope you guys loved this conversation with Sam as much as I did. We got to hear all about how his journey from sobriety to headlining comedian has made him the person who he is today. So please enjoy Sam Miller. Okay, so that's a great place to start. So how long have you been doing comedy, Sam?
I've been doing stand-up comedy for 12 years this month, actually.
12 years this month. And can you tell us your comedy origin story?
Yeah, I've been in recovery for a long time, so I'll have this year I'll mark 18 years clean off of drugs and or alcohol for me. And I was involved in like recovery groups and stuff like that for addiction stuff. And people would call on me and I'd get asked to speak at different like conventions and stuff. And people kept being like, you should do stand-up comedy. And I'd be like, oh, I'm a dishwasher, I got a good thing going. And then one day I did it and it turns out they were right. Like I really love it. And so, yeah, I was walking down the street and I saw there was a stand-up comedy open mic, and I just went in and did it, and I did pretty good my first time, and yeah, it was love and hate at first sight. So
Yeah, absolutely. And you're not the first comic that we've talked to that's sober. Why do you think that there are so many sober comedians out there? What do you think about sobriety and comedy go hand in hand?
Well, I think a lot of folks, more than anything, the addiction and comedy didn't really work that well together. If you look at all my dead heroes, like my favorite comedian is Mitch Hedberg, and you look at folks like that had the world at his fingertips, and yeah. And I think another thing too is that doing stand-up comedy is already like a pretty brutal lifestyle with the ups and downs, getting used to rejection, trying to earn that thick skin that I'm so lucky to now have. That when you combine that with chasing like some sort of chemical relief, you're kind of asking for trouble. But if it makes you feel better, there still is a lot of drug addicts and drunks in comedy. So,
oh, fantastic. They haven't all left the profession.
No. We still got a warm place in our heart for some battered bastards,
There's a place for everybody.
Amen.
So tell people a little bit about the show that you are bringing to Bend.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Madras, which is very close to Bend.
Yes, Central Oregon.
Yeah. It will be, it's Sunday at the Madras Winery, I believe. Let me double check. Oh my God, I'm on the spot.
No, I understand how that is. Sometimes when you're touring, it's hard to keep the venue times, start times, door times straight for all the different conversations that you're having with people.
Oh yeah, it's the Marigas Winery is where it's at, not Madras Winery. I'm in Madras at Marigas. Yeah, it's my second time there. We had a blast last time. It sold out last time. I think what they said that if we sell enough tickets, they might open up the garage door and let more people in, And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's a Sunday show. It's going to be pretty laid back. It starts at doors are at 6, shows at 7, and yeah, I've done a lot of comedy in Central Oregon. I'll be back in Bend in late August as well, and that'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done, God, I did an American Legion Hall in, outside of Bend in one of those little cities. I can't even remember what it was called.
Yeah, there's lots of American Legions in Lapine and Redmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did the one in Lapine. That was really fun.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've even done it. Check this out. I've even done a show in Lakeview, Oregon, which is a tiny, tiny place with a very, very small geyser.
Yeah, you're like, it's absolutely beautiful, but you've never heard of it.
Yeah,
right?
It's wonderful.
What do you like about touring? It sounds like you're on the road all the time.
Oh, I like the freedom, I like that feeling you get when you finish a show, and especially in like a smaller town where people are genuinely surprised that the show was as good as it was. It's getting a little bit harder for me to surprise people because my profile has grown like a lot, which is a good thing because it's easier to get people out to shows.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when I have like this weekend, I will be this tour. I start in Roseburg and then I go to Ashland and then I go from Ashland to Madras.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited. I'm going to go by Crater Lake, I think, on my way there. I'm going to take a detour. Stuff like that's amazing. I've been in
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee a whole bunch the last month. And I was just in Alaska last weekend. So yeah, just seeing all the beautiful sights and honestly meeting people, I like that. I like the folks in Central Oregon. People are generally pretty nice. I like going to the cities. I like going out in the middle of nowhere. I think that's enough stuff. That's a lot of stuff that I like about it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand the feeling. It's always nice to it's all the new stimulus, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like you've been all over. Do you handle your own bookings or do you work with a team that helps you get these shows all over?
For the most part, it's just me. There are areas of the country where I'll use like a booking agent. I have a guy up in Alaska who's been helping me. There's a guy down south that helps me. It all depends, on where I'm going, but generally it's just me. It'd be nice someday. I have a friend and kind of a mentor, this guy, Nate Jackson. He talks about how we all kind of wear different hats as a professional comedian. I have these different hats, and there's the performance hat and the writing hat and the what do you call it? Promoting hat.
Yeah.
And hopefully you get to a place where you can hand those hats off. I am not in that place yet.
Yeah.
So I get to continue to wear all these hats.
Yeah, and show up for interviews like this one to help promote your shows. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is an easy part of my job. This is the
Okay,
part
you're
that
like
I
the
enjoy.
talking part's fine.
Yeah, the talking part's fine.
How do you get the word out about your shows when you go to a new town? Do you primarily rely on social media or the venues, or what do you find most effective?
It's nice when the venues help, but a lot
Yeah.
of it is social media, including running
Yeah.
ads on social media. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I have an ad running in Ashland right now. I have one running in Roseburg. I don't have any currently running in Madras, but I might. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully what I've talked to a lot of people is like when you get the support from the venue, the ads aren't necessarily as important as they are for a show that might not quite have as much support from the venue marketing wise.
And honestly, a thing with this show is that I've been not only to Madras before, but I've been to this venue before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I really like the fella there that runs the winery. He's a sweetheart dude and loves making wine. And the show went really well last time. It was really fun. And people remember that. And word of mouth is still so important. Like people sleep on it, and also traditional media like newspaper, radios and stuff. I still do a lot of traditional media,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so if you've been touring for 12 years, that means that you survived the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So how was that kind of coming back to road life after all the changes?
It was tough. And I wouldn't say I've been touring for 12 years. I'd say, so I've been doing comedy for 12 years, but it's been my full-time job for about 6 years. So, and that's when
right
the majority
before
of the, yeah, it was rough. It was rough. The pandemic was really hard on a lot of us. And I had a lot of really good momentum going into 2019. So much momentum, in fact, that I was planning on quitting my job at the end of 2019 and going into comedy. And that's when the world stopped for a little bit. At the time, I was working with homeless youth in Pierce County. And so I just kind of dove into that head first. I wound up helping to run a shelter in Tacoma. Yeah. Homeless shelter for youth in Tacoma. And it was really, really hard. And then on the backside of that, like coming back was pretty amazing. I still remember the first show I did after the pandemic. I was on a patio out in Portland, Oregon. And I remember the first big laugh I got. And it actually screwed me up because it felt so good that I forgot like my next joke. I actually had stopped the show and I was like, oh my God. Like, I forgot what it was like,
You're like Tinkerbell. You need the applause. It brings you back to life.
Yeah.
So when you're not on stage, what do you like to fill your time with?
A lot of family stuff, I recently fell in love with a bike. Like, I have a bike now, so I've been riding my bike.
Like
That's
a
actually
pedal
probably
bike?
like
Like,
a pedal bike. Yeah, yeah, it's been
ah,
wonderful. Yeah, because I need the exercise too. So, two birds, one stone
there you go.
situation.
Now, is it an electric bike?
No, no, it's just a regular
Oh,
old
it's an
pedal
old
bike.
school, like, use your own
Yeah.
energy pedal bike. I love that.
Yeah, I didn't want an electric bike because I know that you can pedal those ones too,
Hmm.
but I'm just naturally like a lazy person. And I think I'd lean pretty hard on the electric side, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, if cheating's easy, I'm gonna do it. You know,
Oh,
it's
exactly. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. I'm
That
not
used
gonna
to
work
get me
harder.
into that used to get me in a lot of trouble.
I imagine that a lot of people who are sober have, stories of reasons that they became sober. Do you work that stuff into your set? Do you talk about
Oh
kind of your
yeah.
your previous addiction life in your set?
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of, it's funny, it's one of those things that I'm kind of known for
Hmm.
is mining my checkered past for
Yeah.
comedy. And
Yeah.
I got plenty to mine. And, not just like the difficult parts about when I was in active addiction, but also the hard parts about like my life now. There's certain parts of my life were a lot easier when I was a drug addict. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to worry about taxes or like,
Yeah.
or things like that. And, definitely had like a much more open calendar, travel planning, emails, like none of that stuff. And so I like talking about that, like my new life. So
Yeah. Well, I imagine it gives people that might still be in a cycle of addiction some hope that on the other side, there's humor, right? Like you can look back on it and find the humor.
yeah, I've had some amazing experiences with folks that have my comedies help them find some kind of solace, in
Hmm.
this world. And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. No, it's nice to know your work's having an effect and that people can
Hmm.
tell you that is the best thing about live entertainment is the feedback is right there, you know?
Yeah, I've been writing a lot. Like I've been
Hmm.
working on a book. I feel good about it. But
Yeah.
that's the challenge to writing is that you have to be okay with just your own feedback, to be like, I
Hmm.
think this is probably pretty good, but I won't know for a while. I don't like
Until I
that.
hand it to someone else.
Yeah, stand-up comedy, man. There is something really special about it. And I've gotten to do some like really big venues. I do smaller venue. I do everything in between. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this tour.
Yeah. No, we're definitely looking forward to having you here in town. You have Liam Gibler opening for you. Have you ever seen Liam perform before?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's fantastic. You'll
Oh,
you'll
wonderful.
enjoy his comedy. It's very good. Yeah. I produced a show and I took him on tour with me to Idaho and Wyoming and it was his
Oh,
first time on
wonderful.
tour. Yeah, he's a young comedian. I think you're really gonna like his stuff. It's a
What
lot
kind of
of jokes.
performance do you do stand up too?
Yeah, yeah, I do a show called Pinups on Tour. It's like a World War II style variety and comedy show. We go all
Oh,
over.
that's fun.
But so it's like it's more vintage styled, but we have stand up and it's like I like to think of it as if like Bob Hope and a Vegas showgirl had a baby.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. What if I dressed up like a B-17 and I was on your show and I just did jokes from like the perspective of a B-17?
That would
Like,
that would
yeah.
be unique for sure.
It
I
could be
love
really
that.
cool. And I could cut out the stomach and that could be like the ball
The,
turret. I think it's a really good idea.
I'm picturing it in my head. I'm picturing it in my
Yeah.
head. When you're writing a joke, where do you generally start? Is it just stuff that comes to you, or do you have a process that you use for writing your comedy?
It's usually I'll have a stupid idea like the one I just had,
Yeah.
and then I'll make a little note in my phone,
Hmm.
and then I take it from there. There's one I was working on today. Oh yeah, I had to go to the dentist this morning, and
The dentist.
yeah, it was rough. And they were doing x-rays on my teeth.
Hmm.
And she put the thing in like the back of my mouth and she was like, all right, bite down on this so I can take these x-rays. Except like I'm missing teeth in the back.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, bite down. And I'm like, with what? Like, there's nothing back there. What, bite down with a memory? Like, what are we talking about?
I know. I feel like they're being, what is that, ableist? She's
I,
being
you,
ableist.
I think it was really foolish. I mean, you work with teeth. You can't tell there's not one there. That's a red flag.
Yeah. That's funny. So when you're back home, you're taking care of life stuff. When you're on the road, do you pretty much just like travel, sleep, show? Or do you get out and explore while you're traveling?
I drive I'm so annoying. Sometimes comics will be on the road with me and they're not used to it, but I put avoid highways into my maps. And I mean it, I'll take the longest way and then I'll stop. Like I'll see like a garage sale or a swap meet and I'll stop and then I'll just talk to people, and
Yeah.
I like talking to people. It's really lonely. It's gotten lonelier too. Like, it used to be so exciting, like hotels and rental cars. And now it just makes me really sad. So what I do is I try to fill up on conversation, and that counteracts how much I hate driving a RAV4 with Michigan plates in Florida,
They're like, we know it's a rental.
Yeah, or Florida plates in Michigan. I think that might be worse.
That's probably where I'm actually from, Michigan. That's where I went to college, and I will
nice.
say,
Okay.
I know there is like there's a Florida-Michigan rivalry for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as tight as like the Michigan-Ohio rivalry.
I think Florida has a rivalry with everywhere. Nobody likes Florida.
Some Florida people like Florida. I've spent I have this like weird affinity for like the weird Florida person. You know what I mean? It's like I like a good original human being.
I didn't like Florida for a long time. Yeah. And then I was on tour there one time and I stopped at the swap meet and I was like, it's hot. I was like, I hate Florida. And then this rad Haitian lady made me some strawberry lemonade and it was really good. And I was like, I like Florida.
Yeah, Florida's chill.
I just had some good lemonade.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's what people realize. Like, once you have a human connection to a place, it's a lot easier to like it,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Florida. I mean, it is what it is. People are people.
Well, of course, it's not as beautiful as Madras, where you're going to be.
No,
this weekend,
I love it out there.
Right?
I love Central Oregon. I love all the volcano stuff out there. That's like my favorite thing about it out there. I'm so excited to go to Crater Lake. I've never been there. I've traveled so much all over the Northwest. And like, I didn't mean to do it to go from like, I can't remember which of these shows. Oh, you know what's crazy is that I was supposed to be out in Elk City. Like I was supposed to be down in the Redwoods. I was going down but I screwed it up. And that show's not till next year. So I replaced it and then, it'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it. So.
Oh, well, we're looking forward to have you. If people want to come check out the show, where's the best place for them to get tickets?
Yeah, sammillercomedy.com. It has all my stuff on there. Yeah, use sammillercomedy.com and then you go to /tickets or you just click on the tickets and schedule portion of my website and there it is.
Perfect. And if people want to connect with you personally and follow you, you're active on the socials, where can they find you?
Oh, yeah. Sam Miller Comedian on Instagram and Sam Miller Comedy on Facebook. And yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Is there anything else you want to share with the Source audience before we leave?
No, just know, Central Oregon, I'm true with my words and my deeds. And there's a reason I come to Central Oregon as much as I do, and that's because I really do like it there. So.
Well, perfect. We like having you. Thank you so much, Sam.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to our conversation with Sam Miller. I hope you liked getting to know him as much as we did. If you want to get to know other funny faces that are coming through Central Oregon, please remember to subscribe to Nighttime Benders wherever you get your podcast. And if you like what you're hearing, please give us 5 stars. It really does help as we get our new podcast off the ground. Thanks so much, you guys. Till next time.